Hello legal hustlers. In today's video, we will dive into the dystopian world of George Orwell's 1984, a gripping tale that explores themes of totalitarianism, surveillance, and individualism. 1984 is a darkly satirical political novel by George Orwell. The story takes place in a nightmarish dystopia, in which an ever-surveillance state enforces perfect conformity among citizens through indoctrination, fear, lies and ruthless punishment. It was first published on June 8, 1949, is Orwell's most famous work, and is the inspiration of the word Orwellian. Let's see the main characters of the novel. Winston Smith, the protagonist, a disenchanted party member who seeks truth and freedom. His journey from rebellion to capitulation underscores the novel's bleak view of individual resistance against overwhelming oppression. Julia, Winston's lover, who shares his disdain for the party but is more pragmatic in her rebellion. She represents a more personal, less ideological form of resistance. O'Brien, a high-ranking member of the inner party who deceives Winston and Julia into believing he is part of the resistance. He ultimately tortures and brainwashes Winston, embodying the party's ruthless control. Big Brother, the symbolic figurehead of the party, representing its omnipresent surveillance and authoritarian rule. Though never seen in person, Big Brother's image is a constant reminder of the party's power. Plot summary: 1984, by George Orwell, is a famous dystopian novel about a frightening future world. It takes place in Airstrip 1, formerly known as Great Britain, which is part of a superstate called Oceania. The government, known as the party, is led by a figure called Big Brother. The party controls everything and everyone, even what people think. The main character, Winston Smith, works for the party at the Ministry of Truth. His job is to change historical records so that they always agree with what the party says. Winston secretly hates the party and dreams of rebellion. He begins an illegal love affair with Julia, a woman who also despises the party. Winston and Julia try to resist the party's control. They join a group they believe is a secret resistance called the Brotherhood, led by Emmanuel Goldstein. They read a book by Goldstein that explains how the party keeps power through lies, war, and constant surveillance. However, they soon discover that they have been tricked by O'Brien, a high-ranking party member who pretended to be an ally but is actually loyal to Big Brother. Winston and Julia are arrested by the Thought Police. Winston is taken to the Ministry of Law, where he is tortured and brainwashed. The worst part comes when Winston is sent to Room IOE, where he faces his greatest fear, rats. Under this intense pressure, Winston betrays Julia, giving up all his rebellious thoughts. After being completely broken down, Winston is released back into society. He has been brainwashed to love Big Brother and fully accept the party's control. The story ends with Winston losing all his hopes for freedom and becoming just another loyal follower of the party. Theme 1. Totalitarianism and oppression. The novel explores the mechanisms and effects of a totalitarian regime, depicting how absolute power corrupts absolutely and leads to the suppression of individual freedoms. 2. Surveillance and loss of privacy. The omnipresent telescreens and the Thought Police symbolize the extreme surveillance state where personal privacy is non-existent. 3. Manipulation of truth and reality. The party's control over information, history, and facts demonstrates how the manipulation of truth can be used as a tool of power. 4. Language and thought control. Newspeak, the party's official language, is designed to eliminate personal thought and dissent, illustrating the connection between language and thought. 5. Resistance and conformity. Winston's struggle against the party highlights the tension between individual resistance and societal conformity. Conclusion: 1984, by George Orwell, is a powerful depiction of a dystopian society under totalitarian rule. The novel explores themes of surveillance, manipulation of truth, and the suppression of individual thought. Through Winston Smith's tragic journey from rebellion to forced submission, Orwell warns of the dangers of unchecked political power and the fragility of personal freedoms. Its enduring relevance underscores the importance of vigilance and resistance against oppression, making it a timeless cautionary tale about the perils of authoritarianism.
Thank you for watching. We're thrilled to have you here and hope that you find our content informative, engaging, and entertaining. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to join us for further updates.